This is Michael Popok, Legal AF. Kamala Harris knows how to fish. Kamala Harris knows how to fish. What am I talking about? Kamala Harris knows where to find independent voters. Independent voters, according to Nielsen ratings, are more likely to be on Fox News watching their news source than MSNBC and CNN. She's fishing in the waters for the right fish. In an election that looks like it's going to be razor thin in certain battleground states and could decide the election, Kamala Harris is taking it to the independents. And therefore, she's not running away from nor avoiding Fox News the way Donald Trump would have his minions, his lackeys, his cult followers believe. She's going right into the belly of the beast because that's where the independent voters are. So smart. I have to tell you, I'm a pretty savvy media observer. I did not know until I prepared this hot take that the Nielsen ratings reveal that more independents, the 2024 version, are watching Fox News than they are CNN and MSNBC. See, I always thought they were sort of center-left people. They're not. They're center-right people that haven't yet made up their choice, and she still has a chance to earn their vote. That's what we're watching with Kamala Harris as she earns your vote, in sharp contrast to whatever it is we're watching on the other screen with Donald Trump. While she is talking to, after having been pilloried unjustly by corporate media and Donald Trump for not holding enough press conferences, not giving enough interviews. Now you can't get her off the screen. You start flipping channels. Kamala Harris is on every channel. She's on Colbert. She's on Charlemagne the God. She's on The View. She's on Who's Your Daddy? She's on 60 Minutes. She's on all of it, everywhere, all of it at once, all the time. Wall to wall, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And now she's going in, as I said, to the belly of the beast with Fox News and sitting down with Bret Baier for 30 minutes. Not only that, think about the timing of this. That's what I love about Kamala Harris, how smart and flawless of a campaign that she's running. Not just showing herself to be an amazing CEO, COO of an organization on the fly, raising $1 billion since she was nominated 2 months ago with less than 20 days left. She's been flawless, no missteps. Forget the ridiculous critiques that aren't rooted in reality about her word salad or she should take a cognitive test. Who's running away from debating? Her or him? Donald Trump has finally shut the steel curtain, the steel gate down on any debates because there's no benefit to him. There's no upside to him every time he enters a debate stage. The octagon with Kamala Harris, she walks out the victor because then it's revealed he can't put a sentence together. That's why in the 26th minute of the only presidential debate that we're going to have between the two candidates for the presidency, he started talking about Haitians eating your dogs and cats and your pets. Okay? So he's not going to do that. He's not going to debate her. And I love how smart she is. On the day of this crazy Fox town hall event, this is a legal and political term, cuckoo, filled with women. Apparently it's a women-only Fox News town hall with Donald Trump. Lock the doors because, and I feel sorry for these women, and you better have sex assault counselors and others, trauma specialists standing by for this event. You're going to lock the Fox in to the chicken coop? Okay, so this crazy female-only town hall, same day as Kamala Harris is going to give 30 minutes with Bret Baier. I love it. It's called stepping on the story. It's called sucking the oxygen out of the room of a story. And in Pennsylvania, 35 minutes in Pennsylvania with Fox News. I'll take it. That's Kamala Harris. But I love the strategy behind this. I need independence. Where do I fish for independence? Where do I earn their vote? I got to go where they live, where they operate, what they watch. And it's Fox News. I'd like to say it isn't so. Say it isn't so, Popok. It is. But go get them. I mean, Donald Trump is busy going after the Black and Hispanic vote in America. Although I have to tell you, I've seen this over polling before where they've said, the New York Times especially, oh, it's unprecedented. It looks like Black Americans are going to vote for Donald Trump in double digits, 18%. Then the real polls close the night of the election, and they're like, oh, back to historical averages, 2%. We missed it. They're not great at polling that community, I got to tell you. And they're not great at polling the Hispanic community either. I don't know who they use to make these phone calls or make this social media contact, but they're terrible at polling. So forget that ridiculous fake news story that 18% of Black Americans are going to vote for Donald Trump. Not happening. 30% or whatever of Hispanic. Forget it. Those are fake numbers. It's not happening. But what is happening is independents are going to help decide this election. And they live, apparently, on Fox News. The older I get, the more I find myself wanting to be intentional about how I live, eat, and take care of my body. That's why I'm so excited about Mosh Bars, a protein snack that not only satisfies, but helps me live intentionally too. Mosh Bars are more than just your average protein bar. They're packed with ingredients that support brain health, including ashwagandha, lion's mane, collagen, and omega-3s. With 8 delicious flavors, including a plant-based option in peanut butter and chocolate, there's something for everyone. What sets Mosh apart is their new formulation featuring Cognizin, a premium nootropic that supplies the brain with a patented form of acetylcholine. It's a brain-boosting ingredient you won't find in any other bar. I've made Mosh Bars part of my daily routine, and I love how they keep me fueled throughout the day. My favorite flavor is banana bread, but I haven't tried a bar from them I haven't loved. Mosh was founded by Maria Shriver and her son Patrick Schwarzenegger, inspired by their family's experience with Alzheimer's. They're committed to brain health research, with a portion of proceeds going to the Women's Alzheimer's Movement. If you want a snack that's good for your brain and tastes amazing, Mosh Bars are the way to go. Head to moshlife.com/legalaf to save 20% off plus free shipping on the Best Sellers Trial Pack. That's 20% off plus free shipping on the Best Sellers Trial Pack at moshlife.com/legalaf. So you got Donald Trump saying, she can't put a sentence together. Shouldn't hold any press conferences. She's not anywhere. Where is she? Where is he? I mean, I literally just listed 7 or 8 places she's been all at the same time. Right? Now add Fox News. And then Fox News seems to be warming up to the Democratic possibility that the Democrats are going to win the election. Who's been on Fox News lately? Tim Walz with Fox and Friends. One of the friends, Tim Walz. He's already arranged a second return visit. Pete Buttigieg on Fox. I like it. Bring all the Democrats over there. Gavin Newsom on Fox. Because Fox figured out what Michael Jordan famously said a number of years ago. Democrats buy sneakers too. It's bad business just to rely on MAGA for your business model. That's not a business model. But look at Kamala Harris, the bravery of Kamala Harris, to know she can sit. And I hope Brett Baer gives her a softball. I hope he says, you get a lot of flack, Madam Vice President, for word salad and jumble, and that you can't put a sentence together. You can't answer a question. Everything starts with when I was growing up in a middle-class household. What do you say to that? Famously lampooned on a recent Saturday Night Live skit where you're played by Maya Rudolph. Well, what do you say about that? And let her answer the question. And if he doesn't ask it, Madam Vice President, may I suggest that you bring it up and you answer the question so that people have the talking point, the palm card that they need around the dinner table, on the streets, and in social media to respond. I know your resume. I know how deep it is. I'm a fellow litigator who stands on his feet on a regular basis, making arguments to juries. I get it. I know how smart and sharp you are. I know people that have met you in person who worked with you or for you, and they all come back with glowing reviews about your intellect, your strength of character, your compassion, your empathy, your leadership. I know that. And now America knows it too and will know it. Take on the hard questions, even the ones that are unasked because maybe Brett Baer's too polite. You bring it up. You nail it. And I just love this list that I read off the top of the hot take. Colbert, Charlemagne the God, The Shade Room, The View, Who's Your Daddy, Stephen Colbert, 60 Minutes, and now Fox News. She's earning people, or this is what we're watching. If you ever wondered what that phrase earning your vote meant, it means what Kamala Harris is doing. disqualifying himself from holding higher office. That's what Donald Trump is doing, right? He says she's nowhere to be found. Where is he? Where is he other than these crazy rallies with these whipped up crowds of red-eating MAGA? Where is he? He refuses for the first time in 56 years to do 60 Minutes. It's the first time since the history of that news magazine that the two candidates for the office of the presidency did not appear in back-to-back interviews on the same episode or any episode. Has never happened. Donald Trump refuses to do it. Why? Why? The 50, 60, 70 million people that would watch that interview don't matter to you in the voting? Right? They don't matter. They're not part of America. They're not the voter that you're looking for. Coward. Refuses to do it. Kamala Harris steps right in. I'll take 2 helpings of interviews. Can I have his slot too? Very smart. Debate. Kamala Harris whips it up. She didn't wake up in January of this past year and go, I better get ready to be president of the United States and run because I think Joe's going to step down. That landed in her lap. Thank God she stood up to the moment. Right? You know, she rose to the occasion. She grew into the role before our very eyes. That's what we're watching. As Donald Trump in the incredible shrinking candidacy, he's now down to about a half a foot tall. Well, look at her. She's a giant. I know she was prepared for this. She's been vice president for the last 4 years. She was a senator. She was an attorney general. It's not like she came out of nowhere. She's been on a public stage for the last 12 years. She is growing. You know what I say about pressure, right? The old saying about pressure, piece of coal and pressure. It either makes diamonds or dust. You're watching a diamond, not in the rough, just diamond shining bright with Kamala Harris. You're watching dust, a pile of big duty dust over here, right? You either shine or melt under the spotlight. You rise to the occasion, grow into the office, the mantle of responsibility. We are watching Kamala Harris earn your vote and make her closing argument. Donald Trump is shrinking to a incredibly small man, unserious man. You know, I saw a show over the weekend, a Broadway show called Stereophonic. Go see it if you can do it on Broadway. It was amazing. There's a line from it about the sad man in a blanket. That's what we're watching. Donald Trump is a sad little man in a blanket. You know, and we should send him back to his room and as far away from the White House as possible. Don't send him to the Situation Room. Send him to his room. That's where we should send him. But on Wednesday, she's going to give this interview. We're going to run clips of it. Ben and me and Brett and others here on the MeidasTouch Network, we're going to analyze it to within an inch of its life. But I wanted to start it off with a little bit of a viewing guide and a little bit of the reason why I know that Kamala Harris knows how to fish. So I got great news for you. If you haven't heard about this already, it's sweeping the nation. There's a new Legal AF MTN YouTube channel in collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network. Who else? We're overflowing with content at the intersection of law and politics. We need our own channel to spread our wings. And we call it Legal AF MTN for MeidasTouch Network. Of course, I'm the chief curator. I'm the, the executive producer. And I'm doing a lot of the content. Come over. Free subscribe, help us listen to this number. We hit 201,000 in 26 days of subscribers. It's crazy. Help us. Go there, look for my additional content and exclusive content only on Legal AF MTN on YouTube. So until my next content, wherever you can find it, including the Legal AF podcast, I'm Michael Popok. And I'm reporting. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.